Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to dive right into a garage workshop video into my Trek steel frame here, and we're going to get going on getting this thing ready to rip on the gravel roads behind my house here. So the other day on Instagram I put up a question on my stories asking what kind of video you guys would like to see this week, since I have absolutely nothing prepared. I'm literally down to the 11th hour. This is the night before it's supposed to release on Tuesday afternoon. So hopefully we can get this done and bang it out. I had a number of requests, so let's go through a couple of them here real quick. Wes Burgers put down workshop related. Well, that's what we're doing. Another one here is a how-to video by Tony down to Cyclesmith. Kind of doing that. Don't always follow my directions. I do not know what I'm doing all the time. I rely heavily on YouTube to get done what I'm doing. A couple of the other ones, dream bike build. So I want to get into that, but that's for another day. There's also a couple on here for building some features on the backyard trail and a bunny hop challenge. So, bunny hop challenge, I'm almost ready to embarrass myself, but we'll get there soon. We are building features on the trail, and I am recording that. It's been a bit of a piecemeal thing where I've just about got our first feature done, but some of the domestic work around the house and getting our yard ready for spring and summer has taken priority, so that hasn't quite gotten where I want it to go yet, but that's coming soon. But until then, let's dive into this workshop video and get going on this Trek frame. So over the past weeks and months, I've ordered some parts here and there for the Trek frame. Something you might notice right away here is there's a seat and a seat post on here. The post came in from Mountain Equipment Co-op. The seat was the old seat, the stock seat off of the Blizzard. And some brakes came in from Amazon the other day, so I just kind of mounted them on here real quick just to see what they would look like. One of the biggest pieces I have coming in for this is the new bottom bracket and cranks. It has an old square taper bottom bracket, cartridge bottom bracket in it, and it's seized in place. I tried to take it off with the appropriate tool on the plastic cup side, but that just stripped the engagement points on the plastic cup without hesitation. It's seized in there. So what I've done, so after scouring YouTube and trying to find out what I could do, on the bottom of the frame here there's this little threaded hole. That's where I took off the cable guides that run back to the brakes and to the shifter, to the derailleur. I've been pounding the penetrating lubricant to it through here to get to the threads on the inside of the drive side of the bottom bracket where it's a steel cup. And I've rigged up a system that'll keep pressure on the tool into this to keep it engaged in the engagement points. And that way I can twist it off, hopefully, fingers crossed, without having to use a torch to heat the frame up or anything. That's my last resort. Where this is a steel frame, I can torch it. It should be okay. And I want to salvage the threads in this because the bottom bracket I have coming is freaking awesome and I want to use it. Let's get this off. Got the Park tool to go on here. And what I've done is I've fashioned up this bolt with a socket and some washers. And this is going to go through the Park tools opening and onto the spindle here, and that's going to provide me enough engagement to crank off hopefully this side of the bottom bracket and pull the cartridge out, and then we can focus on getting the plastic cup out on the other side. For those of you trying to do this at home, I'm no expert in this. I'm following what I learn on YouTube and what I read. I know that the drive side on these is an opposite thread, so I know I have to crank it clockwise to get it off of here. So don't go on the comments now and be like, hey, you're doing it wrong, you're doing it wrong. I know why it's seized in there. It's a 21-year-old frame. It's old AF. Let's see if we can get this off without causing any damage. Get this on there nice and snug. I'm not too worried about damaging the threads in the spindle because I'm not reusing this. Next step, I'm going to grab my gloves because it is cold out here. I don't have a fire going because it's a long story we're not getting into tonight. But there's no fire going on here and it's cold and it's rainy. So I get my work gloves on and I'm grabbing a pipe wrench. So we'll try this while it's in the stand first. I have a funny feeling I'm going to need to secure this up against something else to get this going. It is on there really, really tight. But like I said, over the last couple days, I've been blasting this thing with PB Blast, trying to get it to the threads to loosen this up. Oh my gosh. It is on there good. It needs to come out of the stand. I need some body weight and some leverage on the floor here and see how this goes. gonna have to break up the torch. Full disclaimer, I'm not encouraging anybody to do this. I don't know how much heat to add to this, so this is sort of touch and go kind of thing. But it is a chromoly steel frame, so it should be okay. I hope. I hate that you guys missed the moment of glory. Just as I was contemplating taking the summer to have it done, it started moving. Unfortunately, I forgot to hit record on the camera. But let's see if we can keep her going. If I can get this off, that's going to be a huge success for me. Hopefully I don't need this piece of trampoline tubing anymore. It is actually just coming out, it's not twisting, so I might have salvaged these threads too. So without this bottom bracket, this whole project goes to waste. It's still smoking like crazy, but I got you, you little bastard. This is the fun part. We got this plastic cup right here. I gotta take a little hacksaw, just cut little bits of it out so I can pull that out and salvage the threads on this side. If we can do that, we're successful. I'll have this bike up and running in a matter of a couple weeks whenever the bottom bracket shows up. So the last thing to do here is I gotta get this plastic cup. It goes back about 3/4 of an inch into this bottom bracket shell. Gotta get that out without damaging these threads too badly. And that means I can put my new bottom bracket bearings in, and we can have a whole new bike. Let's do this. There it is. Bottom bracket's out. And it looks... We salvaged the threads. Success! So after about an hour and a half worth of really prying on this thing, applying the heat, applying the penetrating lubricant, we got that 21-year-old sealed cartridge bottom bracket out of the steel frame, and we managed to save the threads in the process. I want to thank you guys for watching this episode of Cycle Dad. It means a lot to me. I like getting out here in the shop and tinkering. I can't wait to get this shop set up the way I really, really like it. And I can't wait to show all of you what it looks like in here finally. Please don't forget, click that link in the bottom right there. Subscribe to the channel. We're over 300 now, which is absolutely amazing. And don't forget about my contest. Be one of my first 1,000 subscribers for a chance to win my GoPro. Don't forget to leave a comment below. Let me know what you liked about this video. Let me know what else you think I might be able to do with this frame. Anything else you think I might should add to it. Should I paint it, wrap it? Should I do something else with it? I mean, it's in good shape. It's structurally solid. So I'm hoping to be able to ride this for a while. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, you know what to do. Ride on.